Lesson 3.6, Multiply Matrices. Yesterday we learned about matrices and how to add and subtract them. But how do you multiply or divide matrices? Today we will multiply matrices. And then you'll find out that you cannot divide by a matrix. No matrix division. Matrix multiplication can only happen if the number of columns of the first matrix is the same as the number of rows on the second matrix. You can multiply a 3 by 5 with a 5 by 2 because the 5 on the first matrix and the 5 on the second matrix. Remember, it's rows by columns and rows by columns. So the columns of the first equals the rows of the second. So 3 by 5 with a 5 by 2. Columns of the first, rows of the second. And then the outside part, the 3 and the 2, will be the dimensions of your resulting matrix. So because of this, order does matter. I cannot switch it around and do a 5 by 2 with a 3 by 5 because these middle are not the same. So let's multiply these matrices. This is a 2 by 2 with a 2 by 2. So you look and see, does the columns of the first equal rows of the second? And the answer is yes. And then our answer will be a 2 by 2. So we pick a row in the first matrix and a column in the second matrix. I'll pick the first row and first column. Multiply the first numbers, so the 1 and the -2. You go plus and you slide over and down your row and column and multiply those. So plus 2 times 4. Then pick another row and column. So I'll pick the first row, second column, and that'll go in the first row, second column of my answer. So multiply the first number, so the 1 times the 1, plus multiply the second number, so it's 1 times 1 plus 2 times 3. And that went in the first row, second column. The answers go in the same location as the row and column. So first row, second column will go in the first row, second column. So let's pick another row and column. So I'm going to pick the second row, first column. Multiply the first, so 0 times -2 plus the -3 times 4. Pick another row and column. So I'm going to do second row, second column. Multiply the first plus multiply the second. So 0 times 1 plus -3 times 3. Simplify each element. So the first one comes -2 plus 8. Which is 6. The second one is 1 plus 6, which is 7. The bottom left is 0 plus a -12. And the bottom right be 0 plus -9. Let's try another one. This first matrix has 2 rows and 3 columns. The second matrix has 3 rows, 1 column. Columns in the first equals rows in the second. So our result will be a 2 by 1. Pick a row and column, so a row in the first matrix, column in the second matrix. So I'm doing first row and the only column. Multiply the first numbers, plus multiply the second numbers, plus multiply the third numbers. And it's going to go in the first row, first column. Answers go in the same location as the row and column. So as first row and first column, they go in first row and first column of the answer. Pick another row and column. So second row and the only column. Multiply the first, plus multiply the second, plus multiply the third. So I'll put -2 times -1, plus 3 times 3, plus 2 times 5. Simplify each element. So the top one becomes 19. Bottom one adds together and make 21. And that's it for today. There's your assignment. Do well.